Hey guys, this is part 2 of the clamp jaw for the G-clamp that we're trying to produce here. So far we've created this first part here. What we're going to now do is we're going to try to extrude this next part here. So it needs to come up a total height of 6, and looks like we've got a 5mm offset coming through here. And this little block here will be 23 by 25. So to start off, I'm just going to select that face and start a new sketch. And if I bring this over, what I might do is I'll work in full screen so you've got a better view. And what I'll start off by doing is, with this here, I'm going to use a thing called projected geometry. So if I select that, what I can do is I can click certain lines that I would like to offset backwards. So I don't want to do the whole thing, so don't click on the surface, just click on the lines you want to do. So let's start off by just doing that line there, our internal fillet, and this line here. Now it's important, guys, that you don't do too many lines, so I don't need to offset that line yet. We'll just do this outside row and we'll do it to begin with, and we won't worry about the other little 23 by 25 block that's here. So I'm going to start off and I'm just going to go with my offset, which is here, and if I select that now, after doing the projected geometry, I should be able to type in 5 and click my little button here. If I flip this around, I just highlighted there, and we will minimize this so we can see we've just done that 5mm part there. If I was to try and close this shape, I need to draw from there to there, and it looks like from there to there, and I'm just going to quickly do that now. And I'll do another line from here to here. Okay, I'm going to see if I can extrude this. This line here, I might need to delete it. I'm going to leave it just in hoping that it actually causes a problem so you can see how to fix it. So I'll go finish sketch, and we'll go create and extrude. Oh, it is working. If that line caused a problem, simply delete it. So we know here that we need to go 6mm, so we'll change this to 6, and I'll click OK. Rightio. I'm now going to select this surface again, and I'm going to go create sketch. You might be wondering why I didn't just project that line across as well to begin with and do this all in one extrude. And the truth is that when I tried this before I started filming, I had a few problems with doing multiple offsets and multiple geometry commands all at once. So I found it way easier just to do this part, which is what we're trying to achieve. That was a 5. By offsetting at 5, that turned into a 10. It all works sweet. Here I'm just going to go rectangle, click that corner, and I'm going to need it to go down 23, and I can just go tab, and that one is going to be 20, and there's the rectangle that I want. Finish sketch, extrude, that's going to be 6mm, done. So I now have that surface there. The only thing that is missing is an internal fillet and the other side of it. So let's go fillet. We want that fillet to be 3mm radius, and I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to select that edge, and it's going to do it for me just like that. So the next thing I need to do now is to mirror this shape. That's going to be pretty easy. I'm going to rotate it so I've got the surface that I want to mirror from. So that's going to be my center line, this surface here, and it's under pattern at the moment, and there's mirror. Let's see what options we've got. So we've got features. So sometimes you can mirror just one extrusion if you wanted to. So you could say, I just want to mirror that extrusion, not the whole thing. We want to do the whole thing, so we'll click on this, and now it appears that everything's been selected, which is great. Now the mirror plane, like I said before, that's going to be the center. So if I select that line, it's going to give me an example of what it's going to look like. From here, I can ask it to remove the one that I started with. You don't have to do that for this job, but you might want to. And it's going to join it, which is cool, and I'll just click OK. So that was pretty simple. That's pretty much my jaw done now. All you're going to need to do now, guys, is put a hole in here and a thread. I won't bother demonstrating that because you should know how to do that already. I will, however, come over here and just have a look at this dimension here to make sure we're not going to run into any problems. So we need to put a radius on it, on the outside edge. I didn't think of that, so maybe I will quickly do this. So it's going to be 10 mil fillet on the outside edge, and a 12 mil hole. Be centralized, and because there's no other measurements, it's going to be in the middle of this distance here, which is 23. So I might pause the video, I'll quickly do that, and then I'll come back. Rightio, so there's my 10 mil radius. So I'll quickly just show you how I've done this. Fairly simple, guys. If you select the edges you'd like to, edges, you want to fillet, there's a shortcut there, or I can come up to fillet. Fillet, now I've already put in that I wanted a 10, so it's worked quite well, 10 and 10. I'll click OK. There's my radius there. To get that hole, all I simply did was I went to sketch. I actually used the little point feature again, and then I clicked on hole, and on that hole I went 30 mil just to get through it, with a diameter 12 for my thread, and clicked on this little thing here that makes it go all the way through. Pretty easy. Next thing I might even do is put a thread in here, and making sure that it is M12 by 1.5 so that it matches my other one. Click apply. It's going to have a little thing about it again, and it looks like it's done. So I'm pretty sure that is completed now. So if I was to go in here and I'll go save, you can see that I've created a folder G-Clamp, and inside of it I've got my handle ready to go, my spindle cap and my spindle, and I'm just going to simply label this one. What are we calling it? We are calling it Clamp Jaw. Rightio, thanks guys.